This is how to get started with exercise 3.1, Learning Layout Basics with the Seattle Coffee Map from QGIS Map Design. And we have here now our nice map of the Seattle coffee shops, but what we want to do is put it in a layout that includes a lot of other map elements like a map frame, a scale bar, north arrow, all those sorts of things, title, and we want to make it all look good. So we can do a couple of basic things here if we wanted to. We could go under View, and under Decorations, we could add things like a scale bar if we wanted to. If I say Enable Scale Bar here and Apply, we can see that a scale bar shows up here so that people can measure distance on this map. But this is kind of rudimentary or basic. So, and if we did do that and we wanted to just export it, then we would just go under Project, import export, and then we could export that map to a PDF or an image to put on a web page. But we want to go much beyond that and make a nice layout. So I'm going to make a new print layout here. It's going to ask me the name. I'll call it layout 1. Say OK. It automatically opens this as a default landscape, but I can change that to portrait to make it more in line with what we're trying to do here. So we're trying to make our map look like this map here from QGIS Map Design. So the first thing I want to do is kind of put a frame around that. Most of the things you're going to do here are just under Add Item. So the first item that I'm going to add is a shape, and I'm just going to add a rectangle and just start up here, draw a rectangle down to here, and then this rectangle here. You see that currently it's a simple fill with no color associated with it. I'm going to put in a color like the colors we've been using for this map, like this one here, except I'm going to even make it darker so that it kind of is a frame around it. So now I have just kind of a background frame. Now I'm going to put in my map. So I'm going to go back to Add Items, Add Map, and then once again just leave a little space there so we can see the frame around it. On my map. And now I have a map that looks like this. If things aren't exactly centered the way you would like, you can always go over to Move Item Content, and then when I click in here, if I move it around, it actually moves the what's displayed on the map on that page. So I can just move that until I get a nice extent that I like. Make sure everything looks good, and then I'm ready to go with that. Some other things I might want to add to my map. We can add a scale bar, we can add a north arrow, we can add all sorts of things. I'll put in a scale bar here, and once again, all these things are customizable. So for example, with the scale bar, it goes right by 2 if I wanted to go right by 4 different units, and if I wanted to it now goes from 0 to 400 instead of an even 5. Now it goes from 0 to 500, and that's a little high for me. I'm going to make the height a little lower at 1, and we can also, of course, adjust the size of the text or anything else that we want to. But I kind of like that. Just leave that in here. And some other things they ask you to bring in are some images. And so in order to add images, you just go to the same area here about all the different things that you can add. And you're going to add a picture. You're actually going to add 2 different pictures. It'll prompt you where you want to put the picture. You just draw a box in, and then you can select what picture you want. These are the item properties, and you'll just go under the source here and go to where you're keeping all the things for this class. QGIS 3 data, and under resources, you can put in a coffee cup or the coffee beans. Once you have the coffee beans in there, you can move them anywhere you want to on your map, or you can put them in multiple times if you want to. So just kind of do that. One thing they do is they have the coffee beans both extending off the edge of the map and onto the land on the map, which is kind of an interesting effect. And in the same sort of way, you can add the picture of the coffee mug, and then coffee cup, and or any other sort of image that you find out on the web that you want to use. And then you want to adjust all that. Make everything look good. And then this is where you'll finalize your map.